BPG cars.
What's up, y'all? You remember last time when I was welding some metal and the exhaust of the car, or the what do you call that? The catalytic converter, and this little yellow welder broke? Well, today's the day we're going to fix it, and I'm going to show you how. What was that? Oh, anyway, I'm going to show you how to fix this because we had a fan issue. The fan in the back broke down, so we're going to fix it today. All right, and everybody should get their coffee, and you know, a little bit of coffee every day is very good for you. All right, get your coffee, take a seat, enjoy yourself, relax, and here we go. As you all know, I use three kinds of welders for car work. I use the arc welder, and it's a TIG welder as well. And I use this MIG welder. The MIG welder uses a long, what is it called? Gun, whatever you want to call it. A long gun like this. What this does is a piece of wire comes out and it touches the surface that you're working on, and that's what creates the weld. Of course, this is the wire that you ground it to, okay? This has a wire on the inside. I'm going to give you a closer look, okay? The wire on the inside looks like this. Can y'all see it? And the wire is right here, okay? And it's fed through this device here, this machinery, whatever you want to call it, right here. It turns around and the wire comes out here to the gun. And this wire is, it's got core material inside, so that way when you weld something, there's no splatter or anything like that. It's built in. It's called flux core. Okay, and the other kind of wire is called gas wire. This is gasless wire. All right. So this is a MIG welder, as you can see. 80 amp gasless wire feed is what they call it. Okay, that's what I use for one. And then the other one here is the arc and TIG welder. You got two selector switch here. TIG is on top, as you can see the little thing, and arc is at the bottom. It goes up to 250 amps. Okay, and I got this thing set at the lower amperage right now. It's at 40. The last time we had this issue, we turned out this welder and the fan would not work, and I'll show you that. In the rear, as you can see, the fan is not spinning. So we're gonna fix that today. Okay, so now you all know the equipment that's being used for the cars that I do, and you know, as you can see, it's a really big problem. Okay, so anybody can get this equipment. These are cheap welders, but I got them so highly modified that they're more durable than when I first got them, including this wire here, which is very thick. I think that's 8 gauge or something like that. And then the wires at the bottom here, also 8 gauge. I got everything modified. This is not what it came with originally. This handle here for the stick welder is very heavy duty. It costs more than the wire itself. And this is also a heavy duty ground, okay? And I also modified the power lead here and everything else. Today we're gonna fix the fan and replace it with a new one. This fan here has also been modified, as you can see. It was installed. This never had a fan before, okay? This was a high capacity, heavy duty fan to keep this thing cool because I learned my lesson. One thing I did not know was this welder was gonna go out. So that's why we're gonna fix it today, okay? The fan we're gonna use is this. Can you see it? This is what we're gonna install in here, okay? Once we get that thing fixed, the welder should operate normally instead of overheating and shutting down on me. I almost blew the circuit, so that's the reason why I got this fan. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. Okay, now we're gonna take it apart. Always wear safety glasses when you're working on this kind of stuff. Okay, so you're gonna use a Phillips screwdriver to remove the screws. There's 5 on each side, 10 total you have to remove. Okay, then we're gonna get the fan in the back. fan we're going to remove, and I'll take you guys really close here, is right here. Okay, and it's situated, hold on, it's situated here, and there's some screws here you have to remove, and screws on the back you have to remove, and the back screws are here, 4 of them. Okay, and once they're all removed, you can back the fan out and then replace it with this fan. Okay, the fan you have to replace with this has to have this setup here with Okay, now we're gonna unplug the main line, which is, let me get you a closer view of this, which is right here. This is the main line. We're gonna unplug this, and we're gonna test the fan here and also the circuit board here. We're gonna test it for current, and we're gonna test it for resistance as well, okay? We're gonna find that this fan is really bad, or if it's the wire, or if it's a circuit board, okay? So the fan's out, and we're going to test this, and we're going to test the circuit. First thing we're going to need to do, we're going to need to plug this thing in. You need to get your multimeter. I don't know if you remember seeing this multimeter. Okay. You're going to set your settings to volts AC. I don't know if you can see that. Set up the volts AC, and we're going to go test the circuit board itself. And okay, let's see if I can do this again with one hand. All right. Now it's going to be really hard. Let me see if I can get you guys in here. Hold on. See that? Barely. Anyway, you get the point. We're gonna go test this and see what the current is. I'm gonna turn it on. Now it's on. And we're gonna test the current. Don't look right, but that spark, did you see that? It don't look right. Let me retest this thing. Why is it doing that? Okay, it's 236. Okay. So we'll test it again. Okay. It don't seem right. All right, now we're going to test this thing for continuity. Use a continuity scale, which is right here. Okay, you set your thing on to sound so you can hear it. All right, and you check the 2 wires of this fan right here. Nada. Get you a closer look at what I'm doing. Hold on. Can y'all see that? I got these two contacts here. I got contact here and contact here. We're gonna go test them both and find out if there's continuity, okay? Here and then here. Oops. See it? Both things, connectors are there and there's nothing. I reverse it. Hold on. Nothing. So this fan is bad. Okay, now we're going to do a resistance test. You put this thing on the ohm scale right there. You see that? And we're going to test resistance. How many ohms? Okay. Resistance is infinite, meaning the fan is dead. Switch cables. Okay, and you got 640 ohms, which is not good. All right. Okay, so we had a little problem with this fan. It's actually made of aluminum. So what I'm gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to make threads in the back. So this screw will go here. Okay, get me? And you're gonna need one of these. These are really cheap, okay, to get. So people who do this on their own should know what this is. This is a tap and die set. It's a basic one, is what I use for most common stuff. Okay, we're gonna have to tap this piece right here. All right, and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do that. Okay, you're gonna have to get the right one that fits and put it here. As you can see, if you look at the threads correctly, the threads line up. It's the right width. This is the one you use. Now we're gonna tap this here, okay? Now you gotta remember what the orientation is on the fan and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Okay, when I took this off of the welder, this was facing inside the welder, so that means this is facing the rear. So since this is facing the inside, this should also face the rear. You can see the fan blades are pointing in the same direction, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna tap this side of it because the screw comes from the outside of the welder into here, okay? So, we're gonna tap it now. Make sure everything is straight before you start turning, okay? Make sure it's straight this way and straight this way, okay? I've had a lot of practice with this, so it's very easy for me. Just turn it a little bit at a time until you get the threads to bite. Once they bite, you just turn it like this, okay? Keep going in and out, in and out. Okay, and then you're gonna get a good bite out of it. I'll get you a close-up view of this in a minute. All right, now I'm gonna show you the threads. Can you see that? Inside there? Okay, that's gonna be the result. And then when you put the screw in, see the screw threads in easily, as you can see. All right, so now we have it. Okay, so I'm gonna do the other 3 and then I'm gonna put you down here for a minute. Use this too, and make sure that this crimp side doesn't exceed this fat part. You want to crimp below this fat part right here, okay? As you can see what I mean, like that. All right. we got a good crimp now. Okay, now both of them are connected. Now we're going to mark which is which. So the black one, I'm going to put a little cut here. It won't hurt it, but I know which one's which. So now you have a cut here which is black, and red is without it. Okay? So now, you're gonna have to take a piece of this off. Make sure you got plenty of line, cut it. And cut this here to separate the two. Separate the wires, then you can strip it. Strip the other side. Actually, that's some thin shit, so we're gonna have to like strip it even deeper. Right, since it's so thin, I'm gonna have to overlap it. Okay, so overlap it, turn it into a loop like this, and overlap the wire. Y'all seeing this? There you go. Alright. And we're not gonna hook this up yet, just yet. Oops, you know what? I did the wrong one. Dummy. I did the wrong one. Okay, let's do that again. Other side. Alright, now we got the harnesses done. Sorry if I keep looking down. I'm looking down at my phone to make sure the camera's, you know, facing the right way. Okay, so now we're going to hook this back onto the circuit board, and we're going to test the fan to see if it works, okay? Let's get you back here in a circuit board area. Make sure this welder's off when you start playing with this thing. You can see that. Okay, connector is in. We're gonna tie this with the last tie straps that I had before, and we got some new ones here. Okay, in a minute. Okay, now we're gonna go test this with a fan. Testing. Okay, we got it crimped together. Now we're gonna plug it in to here, all right? We're gonna test if it works. Okay, now. Alright, now we're going to test the welder and its connector. Make sure this is on. Green light, yellow light. And we're going to check these wires which are connected now to the circuit board. Okay? We're going to check them for if this is 200 volts. 220. Make sure you don't put these two together. It's going to cause a big explosion. Okay? And this is very tricky. Very tricky, dude. Let me see if I can. Man, I'm like an octopus. Okay, see, I'm touching it, and then over there is 238. See that? Okay, that's good. Now we're going to plug it into this fan. I already made these connectors off camera. We're going to go check it here. Okay, here we go. Put one in here just slightly, and then here. And we got it. Y'all see that? Okay, now I'm going to turn the switch off of the welder. Oops. Turn the switch off of the welder to make sure. There you go. Okay. We got it. Make sure it's spinning the right way. You make sure you're feeling the blowing going this way. So we're going to go and get the direction of rotation here. Okay, now we're going to mount the fan back and put it in the welding machine. Okay. Make sure the welder is unplugged when you're messing around with this stuff. Alright. Remember the last time we checked, the logo is facing the inside of the welder. Can y'all see that? Logo is facing inside. Okay. Get you a better view of this. Make sure it's not touching anything, and make sure the holes are lined up in the rear. Are they lined up? Can you see that? Okay. All right. We're going to strap this stuff later. Actually, I can strap it now. Use your cable tie or your zip tie. Make sure the cables are not too tight. Don't tighten this thing yet all the way, just loosely so you can adjust it. Okay? Loosely so you can adjust it. I'm going to mount this here. I already know which one is which, so just to double check, I'm going to put this in slightly, as so. You're going to see the direction the fan is spinning, okay? Just plug it in temporarily. on. Oops. It's blowing in good. Okay. So now, connect them. All right. Always drink coffee before you start your day, and use Krispy Kreme if you can. Oh, hell yeah, boy. All right, everything looks good from here. We're gonna get everything together, and let me get down. We're gonna get everything together, and then we're gonna get everything set up so we can do a test weld. All right, just be patient, and then we'll get this stuff together and get it started, and so we can test it. And you can watch me while I do that. Okay, now we put the cover on, and we're done. Okay, so now it's ready to go. We're gonna get everything set up, and then we're gonna continue a test weld, and that should be the end of this clinic, whatever you want to call it. Did I just make another freaking mistake? Anyway, okay. So, if you enjoyed what you saw today and you found it useful, be kind and like, share, and subscribe. And we're going to show you more videos like this in the future, and also more car repair and more travel vlogs, whatever that I do. Okay, and like, share, subscribe, and thanks for joining us. Peace out. BBG out. All right, we're going to turn this thing on and double check to see if the fan is working. Very good. It's good to go. Always wear proper PPEs when you're welding. Gloves, welding helmet, and also bare feet is essential. Okay, make sure your feet are bare so you can get burned really good. All right. All right. Welding test at 80 amps. Let's see how she does, baby. Looks pretty good to me. She's fixed. Anyway, So, if you enjoyed what you saw today and you found it useful, be kind and like, share, and subscribe. And we're going to show you more videos like this in the future, and also more car repair and more travel vlogs, whatever that I do. Okay, and like, share, subscribe, and thanks for joining us. Peace out. BBG out. That's so hard, oh my god! Into this clinic, whatever you want to call it. Did I just make another freaking mistake? Always wear proper PPEs when you're welding. Gloves, welding helmet, and also bare feet is essential. Okay, make sure your feet are bare so you can get burned really good. All right.